Hey guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Alex and I do tech videos. In this video we will talk about my new computer, which is the base model M1 Mac Mini that I bought a month ago. The base model comes with 256GB of SSD, the M1 chip, and also 8GB of RAM. I've been using this computer for over a month as my main machine. I've been editing videos, editing photos, and also programming on this computer. So let's see what's in the box. So this is the box. As you can see, 8GB model, 256GB SSD, base model. I'm looking for a peel over here so I don't have to cut it, but no, I'm using the knife that I've been using, the one with the flowers. Let's open it up. Slowly open the box. This is the grand reveal. It looks good. I like the silver color. Let's put the Mac Mini on the side, see what else in the box. Designed by Apple in California. There's some quick start guide, another one, some information. Nobody read these things. And the sticker, silver one. And also we have the power cord, and that's just it. Let's put the box on the side and open up the Mac Mini. You will hear the peel. Sounds good. Look at that shine. And the black. It's not black, but this is silent peel. It reveals us the ports. So you can see we have power, Ethernet, 2 Thunderbolt 4s, HDMI, USB Ace 2, and 3.5mm jack for audio. This is the underside. That's for the unboxing. Before I got the M1 Mac Mini, I was using a custom built PC with Ryzen 5 2600, RX 580 8GB model GPU, and 16GB of RAM. You can see me build the PC over here. But it was doing fine for me, but when, as you know, there's chip shortages in the worldwide, and also the GPU prices are overinflated, so I decided to sell my PC for more than I bought it. And I listed online, and the listing price was the same price as the base model M1 Mac Mini. So I was thinking, if I sell the PC for the same price as the M1 Mac Mini, I'll buy the M1 Mac Mini. Just 3 days after I posted the list online, I sold my PC and I got the M1 Mac Mini. So as you know, I've been using it for a month, so here are my thoughts. I really like the design of the M1 Mac Mini. The aluminum case and also the silver color look pretty good. I would rather buy the space gray model, but the M1 chip doesn't come in space gray. So I opted for the silver one. But when I unboxed it, it looked really good. I was pleasantly surprised. Also, the footprint of the computer is quite small. Compared to my desktop PC, it's so small. I have so much desk space now. And also, because it's so small, I can even consider it as a portable computer. If you have an external display, a small one, I like the one I have, which is made from an old laptop screen, and also small mouse and small keyboard like the one I have, the Logitech K380. Video on that coming soon, which is small, light, and it can fit in every backpack. You can take this computer everywhere you want to go and use it as almost as a laptop. Let's talk about performance. The M1 chip is blazing fast, and also it's dead silent. I was surprised. It handled everything I threw at it without hearing the fan. It's snappier. The programs load faster, and also the wake up times and also the startup times are fast. Let's talk about benchmarks. In Geekbench, the M1 chip got a blazing fast score, one of the highest, with single core 1627 and multi-core for 7446. Keep in mind, my Ryzen 5 got 1006 points for single core and 5716 points for multi-core. And when I tested it out with a more real-world benchmark like Cinebench R23, I got 7424 points, and once I got 7800 points, beating my Ryzen PC that got just around 4700 points. The performance of the M1 chip is quite amazing when you consider it was just pulling 40 watts power from the wall. Amazing. Benchmarks don't give us the full picture of the performance for the computers. So I decided to try the real world review and use it for photo editing and video editing. I took 5-minute clips from this camera, the same clips on both of the computers, and tried to render them out. So I used DaVinci Resolve 17 on both of the computers, and the desktop PC with the Ryzen rendered it out with the 4K preset, the high quality 4K preset for 9 minutes and 50 seconds. And using the YouTube preset, it took 6 minutes and 32 seconds. The same video I rendered out on the M1 Mac Mini for just 2 minutes and 40 seconds for both presets. The same time, both presets. And I was surprised how quiet it was during the export. And for photo editing, I took 200 raw photos from this camera too. I added them to Lightroom, added presets and basic color corrections and some minor adjustments, and rendered them out. The PC did it for 10 minutes and 2 seconds, while the Mac Mini did it for 10 minutes and 50 seconds. But keep in mind, Lightroom was running in Rosetta, which means it's running in emulation. That's also amazing. The port selection of the Mac Mini is okay. It has Ethernet port, to USB-Cs, which are Thunderbolt 4, to USB-As, HDMI port, and 3.5mm jack audio port. From the ports, I use the Ethernet port because I have a wired connection to my network. My main display, the 24-inch monitor, which I reviewed right here, is also connected to the back of my Mac Mini through the HDMI port. My two USB-As are free because sometimes I use my external hard drive that I plug it right there. And my on the USB-C ports, I have two USB-C hubs connected to them. One of them is from Anker, which gives me 4 USB-A ports, and the other one is from Hitachi, which gives me more ports, and my second display is connected through the Hitachi USB-C hub. If you want, comment down below and I'll make a video about that USB-C hub. And because my second monitor is connected through the USB-C hub, that's one of the negative sides about the M1 Mac Mini. So let's talk about the negative sides from the M1 Mac Mini. As I said earlier, the M1 Mac Mini has its own flaws. One of them is the monitor support. Currently the M1 Mac Mini can only support 2 external monitors, and for most people that is fine. They will never use more, but for me it's not, because I would like to plug in my TV in my Mac Mini too, so I can watch movies. Other drawbacks for this Mac Mini is because it's not upgradable. The older Mac Minis, you could swap out the RAM, you could swap out the SSD, but on this you cannot. The SSD is not a problem for me. The base 256 gigs are working just fine for me because I have NAS storage connected to it, but I don't like the RAM. That's my problem. I cheaped out. I got the 8GB model. I should have gotten the 16GB model. But if you're just using it for browsing the web or using it for school, you will be fine with just 8GB. But if you want to do photo editing, video editing, or something more that requires more power, I would recommend getting the 16GB model. I have cleaned my Mac installed on my PC, on my Mac Mini, and because sometimes I have a lot of Chrome tabs open and Visual Studio running through on Windows through Parallels, which is a virtual machine, I always get the notification that RAM is full and I need to close some tabs. So keep in mind, if you are a power user like me, get the 16GB model. If you just use it for web surfing or something light, get the 8GB model. One of the other drawbacks is Boot Camp is dead, at least for now. There's no way to run Boot Camp on M1 chip. That's not Apple's fault, because as they said, they're waiting for Microsoft to give out official release for Windows 10 for ARM. So it might come in the future, but for now we're stuck. So you have to use Parallels like I did. Also, a lot of people were reporting that they have issues with Bluetooth. Thank God I don't have one. I'm using Bluetooth keyboard, Bluetooth mouse, and I never had any issues with that. Sometimes I have connectivity issues with my earbuds. They disconnect, or one of them disconnects. Sometimes the volume, the music cuts out. But I think that is because the earbuds are very cheap. I got them from AliExpress, and when I use my Bluetooth speaker, which is Ultimate Ears Boom 2, it has no problem with them. The connectivity is good. I've tried to go to different rooms, it still plays, so that's not a problem. So I don't think maybe it was a software problem. And it was fixed during some of the macOS updates, so thank God. To sum up, the M1 Mac Mini is a beast of a machine. I still cannot believe how they packed so much power in that small package, and also how quiet it is while it's under load. If you are a person that likes to edit photos, edit videos, do some programming, I would recommend you buy the M1 Mac Mini. And if you use it for something else more than just browsing the web, I would recommend getting the 16GB model. And if you're all of the above, and you're a gamer plus, I would recommend go buy a PC, because you cannot game on a Mac. And if you buy a PC, you will lose out on the performance on video editing, photo editing, for the same price as the Mac Mini. So thanks for watching. Comment down below if you planning on buying a M1 Mac Mini or some of the other laptops, and comment down below if you're excited about the rumored M1X Max that are rumored to come out this year. Thanks for watching. Bye.